Hey, what's going on, dudes? So I got a bit of an update and a few cool things to show you guys. A bunch of free stuff I can demonstrate, and I got a free preset I'm going to put in the download description below. So yeah, I got, instead of the Mega Fuzzy, I'm using the Modern. It's very similar to the Mega Fuzzy, but I find it has kind of a smoother gain, and it's a bit chunkier, so... It's very similar though. It's not that much better or worse. It's just a little bit more to my ears preference, and it's kind of weird the way it works. If you look closely, it says Dirt 1, Dirt 2, Roar, and Hiss, and those are, you just flick them up and down, but it looks kind of odd because it's just like kind of crudely underlined here, and yeah, I guess when you get the full version, it gets rid of the demo, and you're able to access the depth and presence knobs. But these work up the top. Didn't switch the boost. I tried out a million different boost pedals. Still landed on TSE 808. Still think that one's the best. And I switched my tuner to Nambrini Audio. And still using Reagate. And I tried out a bunch of different EQs. And this is kind of what I'm getting into. This is kind of what the highlight of this video is going to be about, is the different kinds of EQs that you can use as an IR, because I was using Re-EQ in my previous video, and nothing wrong with it. It works fine, but I realized that they sound very different from each other. Like, it's actually kind of amazing how different they sound from one to another, because you would think that it would just be exactly the same, like just based off of the frequencies, and you just adjust the frequencies, but it's not at all the same. Like, they're all uniquely different. So I'm just going to show you guys a quick demo that kind of just shows that you can use these particular plugins. They're free plugins. This one's called Shape It. I have TDR Nova and M Audio Equalizer. So these three can do it, and I didn't really perfect any of them, but I got them just basically in working order so that I could demonstrate that they do work. But they all sound pretty good and musical, and there's something about other EQs that just didn't cut it, and they just didn't sound very musical. It just didn't have, it didn't get rid of the fuzz entirely as well, whereas these ones were able to do it. And yeah, it's just nice to have the precision of a Q as well. This is another thing I was looking for, is I want to be able to adjust using a Q at this point, because it's just so much easier to dial in your tones. And this is the general shape I use for all my settings as well. I'm using 2 plugins per. I basically look at it as this one is my IR, and this one is kind of the post EQ that really shapes it, gets it to where it needs to be. And they all kind of share the same sort of shape going into it, just kind of pair of boobs. That's the way I look at it. Dial in a pair of boobs, a weird pair of boobs of some sort. So yeah, that's the way I got it going for Soundify, Soundly, Shape It, TDR Nova, and M Audio. So I'll give you a quick demo of how they sound. First one, Shape It. And the last thing I want to show you guys is just how this ML Sound Lynch 50 pack sounds. The Reflex pack, it's a newer one. Just keep in mind what you just heard. I'll go from the Nova for a sec, just to kind of refresh your ears, because that one, I dialed in this one the best. It's not necessarily the best EQ, but I tweaked this one. It seems to be the best for my guitar anyways. So now I'll put on the IR. And I'm not really just not picking the best or worst one. I'm just kind of going through them and looking for a decent one that works. They're all gonna kind of sound like that. That's what this pack kind of is based off of. So it's not getting much better or worse. So yeah, I think it's remarkable that people pay so much money for IRs these days when you can just shape it using a free EQ. And these are excellent ones. They're just like FabFilter Pro-Q3, and some of them have, like, this one probably has the most features because you can there's dynamic compression and stuff like that going on. And yeah, this one's probably the best, I would say, out of the three, but they work perfectly fine. These ones, like I said, don't judge this one or this one necessarily because they sounded a little worse in this demonstration. I just didn't really take the time to dial in as much as maybe the Nova, perhaps. So yeah, it's for this particular demonstration, the Nova came out the best, but I could probably dial in the other two to make the tone as equal. You know, it's an EQ, I can get it there. But yeah, just a quick demo of these three. I'll put the links for you guys to check out. Another cool thing I want to show you guys, this is a good little tool for guitarists. This is called MTurboAmp by Melda. And there's a bunch of cool high gain amps in here. If you go to here, Ultra, Black, Meldano, Mithras. This is all free stuff. It's just a pack. Like when you download the Melda audio, like there's like a sweet plugin thing. I don't know how to describe it. An installer. Yeah, there's an installer that comes with this, and you can just select what you want. And this one's pretty cool though. Like, check out all the pedals it comes with. So this is just a good tool. The only thing is that I didn't necessarily find it was any better than the TSE 808, and that's all I need it for, is just because I'm a rhythm player. But if you're into cool like effects and stuff like that, yeah, this is a pretty neat little tool. There's a bunch of overdrives in here, but they didn't really defeat the TSE 808. I find the TSE 808 just has the most analog, warm kind of sound. But yeah, this one's based off the Rad, obviously, and they're all pretty good. But just not for me. I just didn't have any particular use for them, but they are good. Check them out. This is another free one. The Melda audio stuff is excellent, I have to say, and it's all there's a bunch of free stuff, and yeah, just download everything. It's awesome. So yeah, I'm just gonna export this template for you guys. It's gonna have the NA tuner, the noise gate, TSE, the modern, and I guess I'll export the Nova here, so you guys can get going and give this a shot. If you want to just use it as a template. I'm not saying this is gonna match perfectly for your guitar and your particular tone preferences, and maybe the noise gate might be a little bit too tight for you, because I like it dead quiet when I stop playing, and for some people they're going to need a little more sustain. So just adjust the high pass right here, and you can add a little bit more sustain to your notes. But that's it, dudes. Have a good one. Cheers.